Same process.
How about, did you have writer's block at time? I mean, it's the text in a book like this is much smaller than it would be in a novel, say. But did you experience writer's block anyway during the process?
Definitely. Not writer's block in terms of, the descriptions, but I would look at a concept and have no idea the way I would approach it. And that happened a few times. So I would kind of leave it and work on other things, and then something would kind of flash in my head. Oh yeah, that's what I can do. Whenever I look through magazines and things, or I look through photographs I've taken, and then something would click, and then it would kind of work out. So I would just leave it for a couple of days. We had talked about, I worked in spurts. It wasn't like a steady thing, like 3 hours a day or something. I would work on it and kind of do nothing else for
hours in the morning, but you
didn't work that way for me. I would spend like a whole afternoon, I'd spend an afternoon and evening in my studio and have music playing and not even realize how the time passed, and then not look at it for 3 or 4 days or something.
Okay, yeah. Everybody works differently. Some people set aside hours, certain mornings a week, or even some people work at night, so whatever works. Okay, let's do that. How much research did you do prior to publishing your book as far as publishers? I know you were very lucky in that the second publisher that you talked to actually took on your book project. So how many people did you research? And this is all traditional, I know.
I really have to confess, I did, for the art publishing, I didn't get up to the point of having to do research because I sent it to the 2 publishers who I used for all the years that I taught of art education materials, and was lucky enough that one of them picked it up. The second book I did, which is called We Are Not All the Same, and it's teaching children about tolerance and diversity, that one, now I'm in the process of researching publishers for that one, and it's not, so now I'm going through that process.
It's a little harder.
Much harder.
Yeah. Do you think it's the topic that it's been out there already, the same kind of theme or topic, or is it because of a different reason?
I sent it out to 2 places, and I got back, they sent my material back, so that was the first thing, because they said they wouldn't. And I did get very lovely letters saying that, they loved the artwork, they loved, what I did, but that there's a lot out there about that. And one of them said that they had a lot of that kind of topic right now that they published. The other one said that they didn't think I presented it in a different way. I kind of thought I did, but they didn't. So.
But that's only one publisher.
Right. No. So I'm going to now that this one is finished, I'm going to spend time researching publishers for that one.
Okay.
I don't know how people did it before the computer, though, before the internet.
Oh,
I don't know how they did it before the internet.
Some people write everything out and then put it on the computer. I just sat at the computer and and then you're there in front of the computer, and you could be there for hours and hours.
Because you read about the publisher and what kind of things they do, and look up their previous books.
There's a lot of books out there on publishers as well. What is the most important thing you would like to tell your readers about your books? What would you like to share about your books?
When I taught, I really tried to make my classroom be an atmosphere where children could be creative and feel safe and be inspired and kind of feel good about themselves and teach important messages about art and about life. So now I'm trying to do that with the books.
That's wonderful. How about as far as the future? I know that this isn't printed yet, but are you planning to do any type of book talks? Would you go to schools? I think that this would be a perfect book for schools. I think schools would.
I would love to do that. I'd like to kind of find out what avenues are available. Within the schools, I would start with the district where they know me, certainly. And the museum that I work in, I would.
Oh, that's a good place.
I would hope that they, would sell the books in their gift shop.
I'm sure they would.
And we have groups of students and there all the time and stuff. So I would love to be able to do that if that was something that would be available. And I always loved the children's department in Barnes and Noble. So I would
Yes.
definitely go and see if they
It's a great
would.
place to be.
Yeah, I love that children's department.
Yeah.
So the one in Roosevelt Field over there, by Glen Cove.
Yes.
So I think I would go there and see if I get any, yeses or nos or,
Right.
and go further, any, maybe library. Maybe I know they
Oh,
do
yeah,
the
the li-
children's
yeah, you go
hours
to
in the
libraries.
library. So if that
And the
is something.
Nassau Library System, also, if you get in touch with them, they would carry it and then the librarians would probably buy the book. And also the Suffolk Library System would probably do the same thing.
And I know they also have programs sometimes, so I was thinking, if I'm lucky enough to have the other one come out, that I could go and, maybe introduce the book and, and do an art project with children. So that would be my dream. I would love that.
Because a lot of children love working with their hands and are visual, and they like to work with their hands and hear and see. It's using all of the senses at the same
Right.
time. So we're getting close to the end now. So you want to tell us any of your future plans with your third book, which is the companion to this one? What are your future plans with that one, and do you plan to continue doing more books?
The book, this one that I just completed, I just want to, kind of proofread it again. My daughter actually found a couple of errors. I said, God, I went through this so many times.
I know.
And
sometimes you need a second pair of eyes or a
right,
third pair of eyes.
definitely, I agree. So I'm anxious to send that to the publisher, and I kind of have an idea for a fourth book about
good.
nature and art. So
Oh.
we'll see where it goes.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you so much. I don't know if you'd like to read a quick page from your book, one of the pages. We have a few seconds left. Do you
Shall I
like
read
to
my
read a little
dedication?
excerpt? Yeah, maybe a
An
quick
excerpt?
page. We'll end it that way.
Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, in this copy, the synopsis that they put in the catalog about the book says, "Art is the elements of art and the principles of design for children. This book demystifies art terminology. It presents the elements of art and the principles of design in a format that is easily understandable for children and all beginning artists. Each dynamic page has simple explanations and bold, bright, attention-getting illustrations that clearly define each of the concepts presented."
Very nice. Thank you so much for being here, Glenna.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you. It was a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to have you.